Here we are with the floating gatefold card that you've got a kit for today. And this one, again, was very popular on social media when I posted it. So I thought I would make it and show it, and it's quite a fun technique. Okay, so you can make it using lots of different stamps. I've just used, and yours will be using, the Queen Bee stamp with some hexagon dry embossing up here. So this one I made, and then I've just altered yours a little bit, but it won't matter, we'll work it out as we go. So it opens like this, and you've got these two bees that float out like that and look like they're floating in the sky. So I've also added these little bits in here which I haven't done, and I found that when I had this black in here, it actually made it harder to do, and a little bit it didn't need it, so I haven't included that for you, but the rest of it is exactly the same. I'll show you a couple of other cards I've made using the same technique. This one using my favourite colours of sugar plum and charcoal, and this is the flower out of the gnome stamp set, and some bling, and then here inside is the two little gnomes coloured in those same colours, and then I've just popped a little happy birthday saying in the middle there. So you can see where that looks good with just the circles on it, like you're going to do with your bee one. And then last but not least, using some new product, the lovely paper pack, which is going to be released in the September annual catalogue. Shh, don't tell anyone that you've seen it. I just love the colours in this. This is a brand new colour, Bluebell, which is going to be the colour of the year for 2020-21. And this is the lovely paper pack. And then this one, and this is a brand new thin cut shape as well, which comes with two, so you can do this look with it. It's just beautiful. And this one opens up, and I've just done some squares with some butterfly stickers on this one, just keeping it very simple, using some linen and some Bluebell. So there's all the cards. Let me show you how to make yours. I'll put this one here where you can see it. I'm going to bring in the pieces you'll get in your little baggie. All right, so you've got the card backing, which is a gatefold. That's what they call this one. That's already scored for you. You can see I got one of the dodgy ones that's not quite closed at the front. It doesn't really matter. It just makes no difference to the card at all. But hopefully you've all got ones that are done a little bit better than this one. Okay, so what I would suggest you start with, well, it doesn't really matter where you start, but I'll show you the pieces. So inside, you'll see we've got this black piece with a white piece mounted on top as just the area inside. So very quickly and easily, you're just going to stick this white piece down onto the black piece with just a little bit of tape runner, like this. And then this is going to stick inside your card exactly the same way. And it should fit in there nicely with a little border around it. All right, this one's got a little bit of extra room because it's not quite meeting in the middle. Then we might build the actual floating effect here, which is, if I hold this up like this, you can see it's just a strip of paper behind each of them folded like that. So you've got two strips of white paper, which is 1 inch by 5.25, and what you're going to do is you're going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inches and 4.25 inches. So you can do that by on your board and just running a scoring tool or a butter knife next to a ruler or whatever you like to score, or if you've got the scoring blade on your trimmer. So at 1, 2 and 4.25, and you're going to do that to both pieces. And then you're going to fold the folds all in like that, so you've got a piece that looks a bit like that. Same with this one, just fold them like that. So first of all, we're going to build the top one. I can put my card straight, it'll be good. There we go, that's a bit, oops. That's a bit better there. All right, so this, when you've got just the one, where you've scored at 4.25 where it's just one square, that's going to stick here. So what I do is I lay it down where I think it might grow. I'm going to put it like this, and then I get my bee that I've stamped for you. Now, if you're going to colour this in, make sure you do that before you stick it down. I've used the citrus colours there, and then I've put a little bit of diamond stickles onto the wings, if you can see that there. So that's going to sit on that bigger piece. You can see that. So it's going to sit on there like that, which gives you the floating effect. So you want to make sure wherever you're sticking it that you've got enough room and it's not sticking out the top. So about there should be fine. So what I do is get a little bit of tape runner and pop it on just that first square. Make sure it's well covered because it's a mechanism, so it needs to work. Then you're going to stick it so that it's right at that crease fold there. You can see that. And I'll just check again. I'll just go down a tiny bit and that should fit there nicely. All right, so that bit's done. Then you're going to stick this bit and it's going to stick to the card here. So what I suggest is you fold it over like how it's going to go. So it's going to end up looking like that. So you fold it flat with just that little flap tucked under. And that's where it's going to go. So on this flap that tucks under, you're going to put on some tape runner and make sure it's well covered again. And then basically you're just going to stick it over like that. And then that will be in the right spot. And you can see the mechanism working already. Then we're going to do the same, exactly the same with the other one. So on this bit, I'm going to stick it about here. I'll just check that that's about right. And maybe just check it doesn't interfere with the other one up the top there. Yep, that's good. So that's stuck down there. And then again, just on the end, little inch square, put some tape runner. And then just bring it over. Make sure that still lays flat and bring it over and stick it down. And then you've got your mechanism. So that, very impressive looking, very easy to make. And then you're going to stick your bees. I'm just going to put a little bit on because I'm going to take them off and colour them in later. And that sticks on there. Same with this one. And there you go. That's your floating mechanism. How cool is that? And then when it stands up, it'll stand up like that. So it'll look like that on the sideboard. All right. So your inside's done, unless you want to enhance it a bit yourself by putting some, you know, happy birthday or something else in there. Otherwise, you've got it like that. They can write on it. They can write here, whatever. Close it up. And then you've got all these bits here. So first of all, you've got your 2 panels of black, which are going to fit perfectly here. So just stick them on. Like that. Next, you're going to get your honeycomb dry embossed paper, the yellow. So the yellow might be a little bit different to mine and your other card because I just ran out of this colour and I just moved on to this colour. It doesn't really matter because you get the right colour anyway. So I'm putting the debossing down rather than embossing. So where the embossing is into the card, sticking that on there. So putting the sticky on the raised side. You can use it either way. For this one, I'm using it that way. All right, so that's as easy as that. And then you've got this scallop circle, which just needs, it may or may not have had all these little bits punched out of it. So just anything that's the right size, a pencil, a pen, or a tool like this, you can just push out all those little bits. Some will be just fall out automatically, some don't. There we go. I love this shape. It's carrying through into the next catalogue and it's a really good versatile shape. I use it a heap. Then you're going to stick your queen bee on there. Now you'll notice on mine, I've just coloured in a little green and yellow. It's up to you if you do that. Again, it doesn't really matter. It looks great even if you don't. Stick it on like that. And then it's just going to stick on, I usually put it on the left side. So I can see that it's sort of not quite half because of the way the card's open at the front. So I just turn it over and stick some sticky just where I know it's going to stick. And then stick it down. And there you go. That's your finished card. I hope you enjoyed making that and you can make more of them. They're just so much fun to make. Thanks for watching.